Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the BS podcast. Your host, Hey Baraka Amuri, and we're here with
Shivangi.
ladies and gentlemen. The world is fucked. The world is fucked. The reason why I want to say that because the things that we're going to be covering right now, it's actually things that we shouldn't even be covering. To be fair, because the world is fucked, we're gonna have to cover it anyway for you guys. Cool. So there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be covering. You want to go through the titles of things that we're going to be covering because the world is really, really fucked.
So we're going to be covering Sudan and South Sudan and what's been happening with them. We're going to be covering Israel and Lebanon on top of Israel and Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to cover Russia and US. We're going to be covering Taiwan and China. We're going to be covering Donald Trump.
Yeah. So which one do you really want to start with?
I would like to start with Sudan because I think people have forgotten about Sudan.
Yeah, do really people even talk about Sudan? Like, I don't see Sudan flags going out there. I don't see nobody waving that flag. You know, I don't see no eyes on Sudan as well. Like, what's going on? Like, people really leave that one. They're like, nah, they're black. Leave that. It's okay. All right, go on. Let's cover Sudan first. Let's go.
Sudan. So basically, this one is about Sudan and South Sudan as they discuss resumption of oil transportation. So as many of you guys know that Sudan and South Sudan got divided, like South Sudan gained its independence in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the youngest country in the world right now.
Yeah.
And with them, they took most of the oil refineries, resources, like most of that land.
Yeah.
So their oil transportation is going to resume. This news came out on June 1st, 2024 from Khartoum. Now, as we already know, there's been a civil war going on in Sudan since more than a year.
Yeah, it's been a year and like a couple months, like 3-4 months now.
So, so the General Abdel Fattah Al-Burhan, who is the leader of Sudan, has quoted that South Sudan's oil transportation lines have been affected by the war in Sudan and is currently suspended due to continued military operation at the areas alongside the line.
Yeah.
So that will no longer be the case because people need money.
Yeah, people need money.
So they are going to resume their business again.
Cool.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that South Sudan is really, really fucked. Reason why I say it's really, really fucked is because let me just give you guys the stats right now, right? Cool. You know, South Sudan, they've been around for only 11. Like, I'm older than them. I'm actually older than South Sudan. I'm older than South Sudan. Yes, I'm older than the country. I mean, only people that can say that is people that like old as fuck. But I'm only 23 and I'm older than South Sudan. Reason why I say they're fucked is because 90% of their revenue, the country's revenue that comes in the country, 90% comes from from natural resources. Cool. And which natural resources they tend to sell the most is oil. They sell oil the most. Reason why? Because obviously they got oil in their country. Now, before South Sudan got their independence, they used to just sell oil as like big Sudan. Cool. Then obviously after they cut the country up, that Sudan had some oil and this Sudan had some oil. Now, if you look Sudan and South Sudan on the map, Sudan has the Red Sea, cool, and South Sudan doesn't. So for South Sudan to carry on trading and selling their oil, they need obviously to go through, Sudan, which is the country that they got independence from. And obviously for you to do that, you gotta have a couple relationship, that money needs to be involved, those guys need to be paid, all this sort of stuff. Now, if a country, let's say if you're running a business, and 90% of your revenue gets cut, what do you think is tend to happen? You're probably going to fire a lot of people. Cool. You're probably going to reduce all your investment and costs and all these sort of things. You're probably going to start telling your employees to make sure never leave the light on and all these kind of crap. And you're probably not going to have all this fun time when, it's going to be strict. Yeah. We got 10% here. Yeah. Just 10%. Yeah. Cool. So 10%, only 90% lost for a couple months. So what that tends to happen in the country is that a lot of people don't Like they don't have things to eat. You get it?
Yeah.
Cool. Businesses tend to run out. People like to drive. Ubers, they'll probably to cut out, obviously, because they need oil to keep that thing going. Cool. People that normally just drive around to go to work and, you know, take public transport and stuff, buses, all these sort of things, there's going to be some scarcity. Family's going to be there like, we need to go get grocery here. And it's like 30 minutes drive. Nah, it's okay, bro. We got 1 liter in the car. If I go over there, most likely I'm probably not going to come back. Or if I go to buy oil, I'm probably going to have to pay a lot of money to get 1 liter in because there's not enough oil coming in the country. And therefore, the money is not circulating for people that need to feed their family. And obviously, if people are unrest, if the population don't like what the government is doing with their relationship on the other side, which is obviously Sudan, the people are going to feel unrest in the country and they're probably most likely to protest. And if you get everybody to protest in your country, man, this is obviously involve riots, all these sort of things, and the country just get more fucked. And now let me tell you why they're really, sorry for swearing. Cool. And let me tell you why they're really, really, really even being more fucked. Mm-hmm. Sorry for swearing again. Let me tell you why they're really, really, really getting messed. Because Sudan is going through a civil war with obviously the guys, the fighting.
General Burhan and
Hemeti. Cool.
Yeah.
Those guys are fighting for obviously political reason, and some people might say a religious belief and stuff. Now, what that happens is that the people that used to live in Sudan are fleeing away from Sudan to South Sudan, which is adding even more cost to obviously Sudan's economy because they need to feed those people. Those people come there, they're fleeing there, they need to be fed. Obviously, they're gonna hustle, and most likely they don't have any places, so you're gonna see a lot of slums and all these sort of things. And if you're having that much kind of people in a little country that has lost 90% of its revenue, what will tend to happen? You're not gonna get a thriving and a good economy. Everything will just tank. Cool. And the people that used to make money, like businesses, they're most likely to run away, which is like, businesses most likely to go to a different country to operate because they're like, nah, this is not a safe place because most of my customers are not able to afford me anymore because no money is circulating. Cool. And that's what put Sudan in like a fucked situation. But there's hope. Cool. The past 2 weeks, there's hope that because of Sudan, because this military thing happening in Sudan, the place that, because in March, South Sudan came around and say, we're gonna have to stop this oil going around.
Yeah.
Cool. Because there's a fault in the oil pipe. Yeah. Reason why they stopped it was there was a fault, like a thing it's cracked. Cool. And the reason why it cracked is because obviously you read it out because these fighting and stuff, this civil war. Cool. Now, the good news, why did I say there's a hope? Because the experts have came around, the engineers have came around that they've fixed it. Cool. And now it's getting to the point where this hope needs to arrive very quick because South Sudan will be even more fucked that shit. Sorry for swearing. It's gonna be an even more mess that they're gonna have to take so long to fix it, and that involves South Sudan's president to come out, sending a letter to Sudan saying, hey, we need to fix this relationship because the pipe now is fixed. We can able to operate within the next 2 weeks. Now we need to fix this problem because if we don't, it's gonna mess my country up. So that's why they had a meeting on the 1st of June to obviously discuss that and see what they can do further on. Cool. If everything goes well, then the pipes and the oil will be going because people that are waiting for this oil, they're not just small guys buying this oil. It's big guys. I'm talking big guys. People like China, Malaysia, Singapore, and Italy. These guys are cool. And these guys are big as well. They're big in what they do, especially China. And I don't think if they take too long to fix this pipe problem, if China pulls out and be like, hey, I don't want to buy from you, you talk too long anymore, what do you think will happen to South Sudan if they lose one of the big fish that they sell for? Even if they fix the pipe, it will be even in more. They're gonna have to generate another revenue from something else, which obviously they don't. Cool. That's why they need this pipe to be fixed very quick, and they need South Sudan to get back online and let them operate, because if they don't, they're gonna lose the guys that buy from them, which is obviously the four big guys that buy from them is Italy, China, Malaysia, and Singapore. If they lose China, if they lose one of those guys, even if they fix it, that revenue will still drop, and that's gonna take them a long time for them to recover. Cool. That's why I say Sudan is, I don't know, you know the word. Cool. So what do you think about that?
I think the civil war going in Sudan has a lot to do with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are dying of hunger, people are dying of poverty.
Yeah.
People are fleeing. Is the biggest displacement that the world has seen in 1 year.
Yeah, exactly. Over what, 10 million people?
Yeah.
Over 10 million people displaced.
6 million, I think.
6 million. That's still a lot.
A lot.
In one single year.
Yeah. And, you know, it's getting worse and worse. And you know how even I think this is like a light at the end of the tunnel. That people are like, okay, some things are advancing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the belief in democracy or the belief in like a just system is completely gone from the minds of those people, because the whole reason why they took out Omar al-Bashir was to set up a civilian government to reinstate democracy in the country. And the fact that these two guys, General Burhan and
Omar Hemeti,
they just seized the power from the civilian government, and you know, now they've gone on to like create this extremely hostile, horrible situation in the country that people have to flee. People have to seek refuge in, you know, various different countries around the world. It's even worse. Like, I don't think like anybody in Sudan can even like imagine, like dare to imagine the lives that we live today.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we like, and it shouldn't be a privilege. This is a basic thing. You're living in a country where you get to choose who your leader is. You get to choose that every 4 years, every 5 years, and you get to vote, you get to decide, you get to be a part of your judicial, legislative, and executive system. That shouldn't be a privilege. That should be a right.
A basic thing, yeah.
Exactly. And these people, they can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but for that, I think everybody who lives in a democratic country, they owe these people to go and vote. I don't know, I'm going off topic here, but I think, you know, those people who have the rights to choose and who have the rights to vote, and they don't because they have better things to do. I don't understand that, because you're deciding the life of your children, your grandchildren, yourself for the next 5 years. And that is probably going to have a lasting effect than you can imagine.
Yeah.
You know, because the school, the education system that your kid goes to.
Yeah, the
know,
policies,
the
yeah.
Yeah, the inflation, you know, everything is dependent on your government.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think we as like people who are living in free countries should owe it to people who live in countries like Sudan, people who live in countries like, you know, Tibet, people who live in countries where they have no right to choose their government or their leader whatsoever. We owe it to them to actually go and cast in a vote and to choose for ourselves. And if we don't like any of that, then we have to like take the decision to start another party maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
It's never off the books, you know, you gotta learn, you gotta, you know, be the change you want to see, right? So just create
the change that you want to
free. I mean, I know I went a lot of
no, it's totally fine.
Topic,
totally fine. But yeah, that's what's going on in Sudan. So if you got any eyes, because I've seen a lot of people have eyes and their eyes are on one place right now, please put your eyes on at least two things. You can get Sudan in that picture too. So all eyes on Sudan and South Sudan as well, because South Sudan, it's a young country and they need time to develop, and they're gaining like, well, I read the news, according to CARE International, over 964 100,000 people.
Refugees.
I've gone there, yeah, seeking, seeking obviously asylum, seeking food, seeking refuge, all these sort of things. Or some people just, if that many people are going into a country that's been around for only 15 years, bro, and the country as well is not developed economically as well, it's not on the map yet for people to think, they're not making money from like visitors and stuff because it's still a new, it's still new. That's a lot of people, and I don't think they can handle that kind of stuff.
It's like having a 15-year-old couple having like triplets or quadruplets.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, they're still learning the bro.
Mind, they're like 4 babies. How do I,
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
And it's not impossible, but it just makes the job a little bit harder. So
exactly, bro. What's the next topic?
The next topic, well, this one's hard. A heavy war is currently taking place in the border regions between Israel and Lebanon. Now, Israeli Channel 12 came out and said that today meaning 2 days, 1 day ago, today witnessed sirens and gunfires throughout the north, intense missile barrages towards Galilee, and tens of thousands of residents entered fortified places. The war routine in the north now also includes towns in Israel that have not been evacuated. Metula Mayor David Azoulay, he said that we are losing entire communities. People cannot survive. There is no agriculture, no tourism, there is nothing here. More than 170 homes were hit in Metula. Fires broke out in Nahariya following launching of missiles and drones from Lebanon. So basically Hezbollah and Israel.
This is what I think about this Israel, Palestine, Hezbollah, Gaza, Hamas, Iran, all these guys doing what they're doing. Cool. I say if they want to have a true war, yeah, cool. You want to have a real war. Go in, stop bombing countries, stop bombing mosques, stop bombing schools, stop bombing churches, stop bombing a place where usually military people don't really go to. Go out there, send maybe whatever fuck numbers you're gonna send, like maybe 12,000 people, soldiers, and this person sends 12,000 people, soldiers, meet each other at the beach, or meet each other on the grass, meet each other in the forest, whatever that you gotta do, and do what you gotta do from there. Cool. And shoot each other up. Whoever wins. Cool. That's it. That's it. But if you're going to bomb places where children are, if you're going to bomb places where people are going, if you're going to bomb where people who don't even read the news, they don't even know what's going on, if you're going to bomb those places, then bro, what are you doing? What's the difference between you and a person that go out there and just shoot up people for whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not war if you're fighting a kid that literally just all he wants to do is watch Peppa Pig. It's like, what are you doing?
Literally, that is so true.
Okay, I understand, yeah. October the 7th obviously took a lot of people by surprise. I know Israel, they're still feeling it. Yes, they have the right to feel it because a lot of people died and a lot of people got hurt. And even the world felt it as well. Cool. Same with Hamas. With Palestine. A lot of people are dying from there. If a person dies, it's still a higher... It still brings in a lot of feelings, a lot of stress, a lot of, a lot of things that should not happen. Nobody should die, especially if somebody's below the age of 80. They should not die because of somebody shoot up some shit. So, but then again, we have to go through the facts and we have to see what's going on. Cool. Like, reason why they're actually fighting. See, Hezbollah went out there, like, I'm talking like this time. Obviously, they have their own history stuff that they've done, but we're not talking about those history because I believe in the last few months, nobody was talking about Palestine, Israel, and all these things before October the 7th. Everybody was cool. I didn't even know that these things were going to happen, and I don't think a lot of people anticipated for this. It just happened. Cool. So let's talk about when it happened from this time.
But no, you see, history is important because the reason why it happened and the reason why Okay, I agree. A lot of people. Sorry, you can make your point.
Go on.
I agree. A lot of people say, "Oh, Hamas is a terrorist group." It is a terrorist group. I agree. But what caused that terrorist group to be there? And people say, "Oh, most Palestinians voted for Hamas." I get that, but the reason why they voted for Hamas is because they have been repressed in their homeland for so long. I should feel safe in my house. I should feel safe in my country. I should not feel like somebody might kill me or I'm not meant to be here in my own country. I should not walk out, and see 10, soldiers and guards walking around in my own home, because that's the most horrible thing.
All right, let me just stop you there real quick. Cool. No matter what's going on, no matter the beef, cool. I say if you're fighting someone, it's a rule, right? If you had a fight, let's say if you're fighting someone in high school, the dumbest thing you can do is pull up to his house and try to hit his little sister, hit his little brother, or hit his dad, or hit his mom. That's the stupidest thing you can do. Cool. The smartest thing you can do is be like, yo, bro, I have a problem with you. Meet me at the park, Albert Park, or whatever park that is near you guys. Or maybe after school and we'll have it out. Cool. We'll have the guys. We'll just have it out. Whoever wins. Cool. If you win, I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm probably going to be your best friend for the next few years of our life. Most likely that happens. Cool. You don't just go out there and shoot every fucker that they know, because that is very weak, because the guy's still standing. What the fuck? You just made him more hungry. And that goes for Palestine and Israel as well, because let's say IDF shoot some guy, cool, it's gonna be endless. Because let's say my name is Mohammed, yeah, cool, I'm from Palestine, I have 3 kids and a wife to feed. Every day I wake up and thinking I'm going to work and feed these kids. I don't give a fuck about Hamas. I don't care about Hamas. I just care about feeding my kid and see my wife happy and all this sort of stuff. Cool. And one day there's a war that broke out. I don't even know. I'm like, what the fuck, Hamas? You did that? Oh my days, bro. I just want to feed my kids. Cool. Then Israel react and bomb my house. Who do you think I'm going to be mad at? Hamas or Israel?
Both, but Israel for the most part.
There, of course. Yeah. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to get a band as well. And I'm going to join who? Yeah. Hamas. Yeah. Cool. No matter what it is, if it's a terror group, if it's a political party or whatever it is, I might join them. Reason why? Because their enemy is my enemy. So therefore, they're my friends. Cool. So I'm going to go fight Israel. And that's what's happening right now. This is going to be an endless war. No matter how many people Israel kill. Yeah, even if they take away Palestine out the map, they just fuck it up. They take away Palestine, I mean Gaza and West Bank, they take it off. Cool. Guess what? There's still a lot of people in the West, in America, in Africa. They're going to feel it and be like, fuck, I need to order that band and I'm going to put it on my house, on my head. I'm going to wear the Hamas thing and I'm going to fight any Jews that I see or any Israelis that I see. Yeah. Because I feel the pain as well. Mm-hmm. Cool. That's what happened to the Holocaust. Even though the British joined it. All the countries got together to support these other guys getting killed, and that's what really happens. So these guys fighting and killing babies is really the wrong way to do it. They should just go in the wood, go to the beach, or go to the grass and shoot each other up. Whoever wins, because the only people that can turn up there, they know, okay, I'm going to fight for the country. As a man, I'm going to fight and shoot. If I win, if I die for the country. And hope once I die, my country wins along the way. If not, then fuck, we were weak, and we should have shut the fuck up a long time ago. And that's it. That's where it goes. But no matter,
geopolitics, so isn't really that
yeah,
easy and it doesn't work that way. But
I get it.
The world would be a simpler place
the world would be a simple place if everybody just do simple stuff. You don't have to go all these things. They can fix this war in one day. Let's say Hamas has let's just say, right? Cool. I'm not saying they do, but let's just say they have 20 people. Cool. And IDF, people think they're big. Cool. Let's just say those people have 50 people. Cool. Make it fair. Cool. IDF, listen, you're going to bring 20 people. He's going to bring all these people. Cool. You at the beach, Grand Square, cool, or in the wood, whatever shit. You get to this hill and you fight up. The kids, the young kids, and the mums and whatever, they're gonna be at home waiting for the soldiers to come back. If they didn't come back, you lost. That's how they can fix.
Like the 1800s.
Yes.
They don't fight like that anymore.
They need to fight like that. But if you do all these ceasefire here and one bomb happens this week and it happens to a kid, that kid was just running for an ice cream. No. Because that kid doesn't know about life yet. Guess what? He lost his friend when he was 10 years old. Now he's fucking mad. Guess what? He's going to join when he's 15. And guess what? He's going to kill another 15-year-old that is due. And that's worse. And that's why this war, till I die, if they don't do what I'm saying right now, this war will just carry on.
Yeah, it's true.
Because trust me, yeah, if they take away Hamas, another guy will wake up and be like, yo, I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my sister, oh, I lost my husband, I lost this. Let's build another group to go and revenge. And it's always going to be like that. New story about Russia. Russia versus the United States of America. Russia says United States will face fatal consequences if Ukraine attacks Russia territory with US weapons. Damn, man. Shit, that's going to be interesting. It's like watching it's like a World War competition here. It's like, countries fighting, and it's interesting, right? Like ever since I got into this political thing and start learning how all these countries go back and forth, I'm like, damn, bro, no way he said this. I can't wait for this guy. What is he gonna say? You know, like an agitator. I feel like going and poke Joe Biden and be like, yo, he said this. What are you saying? But this is so crazy. Anyway, let's carry on. Russia warns the United States against potential fatal consequences of allowing Ukraine to deploy US-supplied weapons against Tiger inside Russia. This statement made on June 3rd, 2024. As attention escalates over conflicts in Ukraine, the United States could face fatal consequences if it ignores Moscow warning. Ukraine should not use weapons provided by US to attack Russia. What do you think about this?
So me personally, because like my favorite part about world politics growing up 11th grade, 12th grade used to be the Cold War.
Cold War.
Yeah. Because it's really interesting to me because so far we've heard about the Cold War, we've read about the Cold War, you know, between USSR and US and, you know, then the disintegration of USSR. But, you know, and ever since then it's really been like...
Yeah, just agitating.
Yeah, and it's been cold. It's not been like, you know, it's been proper war, proper warning, or, you know, outrightly... It's been a soft, or outrightly telling each other that, bro...
Fuck off, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's serious. Like,
yeah, me and you tonight.
Because it's more about balance of power, isn't it? Like, everything's about balance of power. They have these many nuclear weapons, you have these many nuclear weapons. And, you know, you're kind of like calculating the risk and you're like, if I do something stupid, I'm gonna get it back on my face. Yeah. So you need to have that balance of power, because if you don't,
you're fucked.
You know, remember I told you this quote like a couple days ago, that if you're not sitting at the table, you're on the menu. Yeah. I think balance of power is something like that. That if you're not at the table, you're on the menu.
If you don't have your guns up,
and I think Russia is like sending a signal that US, bro, you're not on the table anymore. You're on the menu, because you see BRICS is happening. Yeah. You know, there's the dollarization or whatever, like, you know, dollar is shifting towards not decline, but it's not as important as it used to be, like let's say 10 years ago. Yeah. Right? And the American dream is also shifting. Yeah. You know, like places like Singapore, Dubai, you know. Yeah. So the American, you know,
the people trying to go there, it's like going down. Cool. But yeah, let's stay on topic. Yeah. Now, this is more like, this is really, really, really fucked. Reason why I say it's fucked. It's not fucked just for US and Russia and Ukraine. It's fucked for everyone that's watching right now. Listen, if you can't have the biggest guys going to war, because if Russia goes to war with US, everybody's fucked. Because a lot of people will back US and a lot of people will back Russia. And who's gonna back Russia that we all are scared for? Nobody wanna touch with them. Nobody wanna fuck with them. China. If Russia goes to war with US, they're gonna have big backing. They're gonna have Iran. They're gonna have all these guys. China. They're gonna have all these people backing them. Obviously, so as it saw as NATO backing US. Cool. Now, what that means world war. People like me that are chilling, we don't have any guns. We don't know how to fight. We don't know how to even hide. People like us gonna be fucked. For what? Because these two guys want to fight around about Ukraine. Just leave them. Let them do their thing. It's better. All right. It's gonna sound very, very mean right now. It's better for Ukraine and Russia to sort the problem out than the whole world getting into it. Russia and US, distance is big. It's huge. Cool. You have to travel. It's like a big plane. Yeah, you can't go with a small engine plane. You have to go with a big, huge plane. Cool. Now, this is where it gets crazy. There's a small island. There's a tiny island next to US. Small island. That's like a tiny little island. Cool. And we call that island is only 400 miles away. Cool. 400 miles away is still long enough. Cool. We call that island Cuba. Cool. And guess where Ukraine military and troops are going? Russian. I keep getting Ukraine and Russian mixed. Maybe they're meant to be one. Cuba. Yeah. Cuba is not far from US. Now Russia troops are going to practice and exercise the military activity in Cuba. And guess what that means? That means, hey, if Ukraine dares to use a weapon that has a US flag on, guess what? We're close. We're not that far. You're going to hear us right there. As soon as we get a call that, hey, a place was bombed in the Russia territory, and we've seen this bomb here, and we can see very close. He has a lot of little stars on here, and there's blue and red colors and white. And I think this is a US flag. Guess what Putin will do? He will call his friends. He will call these guys and be like, hey, you're only 400 miles away. Hit the fuck out of them. Do it. And guess what? There's going to be bomb hitting in places in US. And hey, we don't want that, because if that happens, US will probably use their nuclear bomb, because they would just want to win quickly. And if that happens, we all fucked. Fuck Ukraine, fuck everybody, we all fucked. Whoa, we all fucked. Cool. Then it's gonna be another memory day of like, whoa, we don't want all this. Just US, just stay away. Let Ukraine and Russia to deal with themselves. If they're gonna carry on fighting, I know one of them will probably surrender. One of them will feel stupid to carry on, because the silliest thing you can do is to keep the war going on for very long, because it's not profitable when the war goes on for very long. You lose a lot of money, you lose a lot of people, and the history is just fucked. That's why they're gonna solve it. But if everybody's hand is, poking the bear, like France poking the bear and all these sort of stuff, bro, it's gonna be very bad, and it's gonna be bad enough for people. People gonna look back at it and be like, that was not worth it. It was not worth it. It could have been dealt with a long time ago. Cool.
The thing is, if there was something going on in my backyard, I would do everything to prevent it as well. My point is that I don't understand why Ukraine needs to be a part of NATO. I understand that you need to protect your country. You don't want to be a part of Russia anymore. You don't want USSR to, come at it again.
Yeah.
But I don't think NATO is the way to go.
Yeah, I don't think so too.
I mean, it might be, but you know that you can't just swoop in and take Ukraine, become a part of NATO, and Russia just sits there and be like, yeah, cool guys, looking good,
Yeah.
Ukraine a part of NATO. Obviously that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
They were gonna fight back. So I don't think it came as a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't think bro, it's common sense. I don't think it was a surprise move. I don't think it was a sneaky move. I don't think he just woke up one day thinking, I have nothing much to do. Entertain me, guys. Ukraine invaded.
Yeah, of course. Of course, he didn't just invade it for no reason. He had a clear reason. Exactly. Which I think every single leader, if they care about the country, they'll probably do as well.
You know who we should be focusing on right now? China and Taiwan.
That's a proper invasion of a small island.
I'm not saying Ukraine is not an invasion; it's still an invasion, and it doesn't turn away the fact. But it's not. Nothing is for no reason. Nothing happens for no reason.
Right. Now, let me tell you why they wouldn't want to do anything with China. Cool, because they know China takes heavy, extreme measurement to do things. I think reason why. Because you see, Taiwan China's about to invade Taiwan, right? Yeah. Cool.
It already did.
They already started. They're planning to. They're getting close. They have like 20-something drones, planes, whatever military stuff next to Taiwan ready. They could just attack anytime. Cool. And Taiwan are trying to get their things ready and stuff. Yeah. Cool. Now, the US has came out and said that they're not going to get involved because Taiwan is a part of China. Yeah, the people in Joe Biden administration, so all of them. Cool, whichever one said it. You can search it up, it's a fact. Taiwan is a province of China.
Taiwan is a province of China.
Cool.
Wow.
So that's what they said. That's what they literally said. You can search this up right now. That's what they literally said. You know why they said that? Because they don't want to get involved with China. Cool. And that gives China like a bit of like, hey, I can just take it now then, but nobody's going to come and tell me what I'm doing. Cool. But with Ukraine, even though Ukraine was proven to be with, obviously, yeah. Because they know, hey, if we go and save Taiwan, what are we getting apart from obviously missing the semiconductors?
I mean, but it's a pretty big loss.
Yeah, it's a big loss. Semiconductors, obviously, a lot of people... Yeah, a lot of people like won't have the fine, cool microwave that sings for them and show numbers like crazy. A lot of people won't have the funniest, the cool stuff, right? But US are like, I'm thinking, that's not worth a war. Nah, that's not worth a war. We're not getting anything from that. Maybe they're thinking it's not as big compared to getting NATO into Ukraine, because they're like, if we can get our military base in Ukraine next to this big bear here, we can shoot it anytime. This is a great win. But if we go and fight for this little island that's making us semiconductors, yes, semiconductors are very important. But we can just build it somewhere else. We can build a factory here in Dallas, or we can build a factory in somewhere in India and do with them or whatever, right?
I don't think it's that easy.
But I think they can replace that. It's not easy, but it's doable. Cool.
Both are doable, bro. You don't really need Ukraine.
But guess what? Because guess what? The semiconductors were created. Guess what? Where was created?
Where?
The first semiconductor was created in US. Cool. That was by who? The calculator by who? Who made the calculator make the number appear to be? Was I think was the NASA? Was it NASA? No. I don't. Just search it up real quick. Who created?
US carbon.
Cool. So I was right. So the first semiconductor was created in the US, and what happened is, small countries start taking over, start doing it as well, and building calculators, building microwave, building all these things. Because semiconductor is the thing that shows the number, like, phones, we have it all, the thing that does the calculations and put things together and show you the right thing. It's like a little chip. You make it so small, so tiny that it can fit in a watch. Now, obviously, to create things in the US is always expensive. Obviously, that's why they always import things from people like China, all these other places like India, all these sort of stuff. Cool. So guess what? Taiwan started doing it. And guess how Taiwan learned to do it? Cool. Taiwan wanted to have something there for their country. So they sent in people from Taiwan to go learn in US. Cool. So they sent in a couple people to go learn in US. Now they learned how to make it, how to do these semiconductors. Cool. Then Taiwan company needed something bigger in their country, and guess what they did? They paid and invested money to the person that learned that shit to do it in the country. So they invested the money, like the Taiwan country. They invested money into that entrepreneur to build that thing for them. Cool. And guess what? They partner up with. Obviously, they start building it like good ones. They start building proper ones, better ones, because the whole country was in it, because that's what was producing money for the whole economy. Cool. And they partner with US. US obviously start getting it from them, and US is the one that gets more out of them, and that's why they got a big partnership together. Cool. Now, yes, it's a big deal, semiconductors, but they can easily replace them by another country.
What do you think about
That's what I think.
Taiwan and China?
What, they invade?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because you see, a couple of days ago, I showed you a video. I don't know if I can. You know the video where a girl from Tibet used to be a country sandwich between India and China, and it used to be an independent nation, but then China invaded Tibet. Dalai Lama, who's very famous Buddhist monk, he's from Tibet, and he seeked refugee in India from Tibet when Tibet was being invaded by China. So this girl, a couple of days ago, I saw a video of this girl outside in Delhi, India, outside the Chinese embassy, shouting on top of her lungs.
Yeah.
You know, that about just voicing her thing about, you know, Tibet should be a free country.
Yeah, I've seen it. We'll play a video.
Yeah, so I mean, even Tibet, like they've been under Chinese rule for so long, you know, and I don't know. I want to know how China is able to just claim things, and there's no questions asked. Obviously there is resistance from the people, but in terms of the world, there's no questions asked. There's nothing really, you know, because I come from a country where there's Kashmir. Okay, and there's a lot of questions asked. There's also a lot of, like, you know, there's horrible things that happened in Kashmir, but there were questions asked by the world. You know, from both countries, like India and Pakistan. They're like, yo, what are you doing? Which I agree with. You know, there should be questions asked. You know, when there's a place, you know, which is in danger of being invaded.
Right. Let me tell you why there's not that much big question asked when a big guy makes a mistake. Cool. Now,
bro, India and China are big guys.
No, listen. Just listen for a bit, right?
Oh, sorry, India and Pakistan are big guys.
No, Pakistan is not that big. Come on. They might be big maybe in size, but they're not as big. Cool. All right. Now, when big countries like US and China and Russia do some crazy stuff, no big questions are asked unless one of those big countries do the asking. Cool. Now let me explain why. The reason why all these countries are in this war with Palestine and Israel is because those guys are so small. Like if you zoom out the map, you won't see Palestine and Israel. Cool.
They're at an important place.
They're at an important place, but because they're little, that's why a lot of people focus on them. But if China and Taiwan are fighting, because China is huge, right, and they got a big backing from who? Russia, right? Who's gonna ask questions? They'll put you down. Like what? UK is gonna go and be like, hey guys, hey, stop this, and be like, what are you gonna do? Go on then. There's no point in me asking. Cool. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you how. Let's say Israel is doing what they're doing to Palestine, right? And a country like these little countries like Spain, France, and all these people coming out and do the questioning. Could they like, hey, genocide, and Israel has to explain itself because they're like, shit, man, bro, we need to be good with these guys too, man. Fuck, like, you know, they're gonna fuck us up if we're not good. Cool, because we're not as big, as strong, and like, you know, I know they got IDF and stuff. That's what I think. Because when US did the things that it did, cool, nuclear bomb, Iraq, all those things, who asked the question? Tell me which country came out and be like, hey, that was not cool, bro. Hey, this is genocide. Which country came out? Barely any country. Cool. Now, and China is having its turn. Barely any country. Even US itself is like, yo, guy's too big, man. Nah, that's his province, man. Leave him. Let them do their thing. Because they're like, yo, there's no point. This guy's big as well. It's like being in the gym and you're doing your dumbbell, yeah? You're doing your dumbbell and the big guy comes, the Rock comes, takes your dumbbell and he does it. What are you going to do? Like, hey, it's mine. I'm going to go get this security guard. Bro, what the fuck? What's the security guard going to do? Him and you going to get fucked. So you're like, all right, it's okay. You take it. I'll go find something else.
Yeah, but
that's what it is.
That's not really fair, because what about the people living there? What about right and wrong? You know, is that the kind of world that we live in, that it's just okay for a country to like come and do some fuck up shit?
It's not.
Claim things which are not theirs, and just everyone's okay with it.
When it comes to like politics and war and stuff, there's no such thing as evil and right and wrong. There's whatever is done. There's not. Explain to me what's right, what's evil and wrong. Do you think it's right to bomb a school?
No.
Right. Who's mostly in the school? Kids, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Why would you bomb it? Do you think it's right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, but when somebody's flying the plane and flying the drum and drops a bomb, he thinks, yeah, that's a target. That's the right thing to do. Oh. Now I'm talking soldiers. Since you're speaking to the next level, I'm talking soldiers.
Yo, soldiers are the only people, like, soldiers are...
What, are the people that are allowed to bomb schools?
No, there are people who follow orders.
What, to bomb schools?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who gives the order.
It doesn't. It does.
Do you think there's somebody who's above right and wrong?
No.
All right, so it doesn't matter whoever gives the order then.
So that's what I'm saying. Let me
Go on.
say something. Yeah. My point is, it doesn't matter who does the bombing. It matters is who orders the bombing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So we should hold the person who orders the bombing.
Nah, I don't agree. I don't agree to that.
Why?
Just because you're a soldier doesn't mean you don't have a brain.
Bro, you don't have a say.
Yeah,
you
you
do.
do.
You follow all orders. That's why you're a soldier.
Yeah, you do. You can just easily miss. Oh shit, I missed.
Then, bro, you face the consequences.
And so what? You lose your job. Oh, thank God you didn't kill more people. Okay, you lose your job. You go back home. You're safe.
Bro, you don't just lose your job.
What do you do?
Right.
You get killed?
Maybe, yeah, most likely.
No.
Yeah.
No, when you come. All right.
They'll hold you, bro. They'll hold you accountable in terms of like treason or, you know, they can just make laws. No.
I get what you mean, yeah. Like somebody tells you to do it, but there's no right and wrong when it comes to war and politics.
Know there's a gray area. I know that.
And everybody's standing on that gray area right now.
Some things are just wrong.
Now let's move to the next important news or video, I should say. There's this guy that we all know that we call Mr. President of the United States of America. Cool, this guy's a big deal. I don't know if you know who he is. His name starts with J. We call him Joe Biden. Cool. Obviously, as you already know, D-Day today. I don't mean the D-Day, I'm sure, you know. I mean D-Day. It's like a memory day that every 10 years we go through and obviously remember these guys that went out there and protected people like us and protected things that we have right now. Well, protected the things that we can actually build today. You know, Normandy Day, right?
Normandy.
Went out there, risked their life to do it for people like me and you and whoever fucks that say they didn't do it for, they did it for them too. Cool? Now, obviously people went there, it's in France, right? There's obviously big leaders went there to actually, you know, pay the respect to these guys that did and, you know, did things that they didn't have to, but they did it for the country. Cool? Now, we have this guy called Joe Biden. This is Joe Biden right now. Joe, I don't know what's happening here, but Joe Biden's standing. Cool. Okay. Watch it. Watch it. He's looking for a chair. He's like, yo, where's the chair? Where's the chair? His wife telling him, yo, don't be a silly, bro. Get up. Cool. That's one video. Listen, this is only the video. Now, this is when he arrived. He gets out of the car. People are clapping. He's like, yo, where am I? The lady's like, yo, move so I can close the door. But he's like, wait, what is this? This guy's trying to touch him and be like, hey, Mr. President meant to go this way. Cool. That's one video. This is the same. Now, people are talking, people are talking and giving the speech, and most people probably prepared a week and months for this speech because it's a very important speech to the people that's gonna attend. Because these people here, I know just normal people. These are president that's attending, so the speech has to be on point. But guess what? Joe Biden's like, hey, this is not interesting to me. Let me just fall asleep here, and his wife is trying to she's hoping the camera's not him. It's not him, and the cameraman probably was like, nah, let me zoom in. What do you think about Joe Biden after seeing these videos on an important day that we should all pray and be happy for these people resting their life for this day? What do you think about Joe Biden?
Well, he is the president of the most powerful country in the world right now, making him the most powerful man in the world right now.
Cool. Now, it's not done. It's not done. Guess who left the event earlier?
Who?
Joe Biden. Because his wife was like, yo, this is not your day today. We need to get you going. And guess who tried to stop and walk him out? Macron. He's young, he looks a bit fit, and he looks like he can still, and obviously he was like, yo, holding his hand is like, yo, let's go this way, this way. People are on camera, because he knows, it's like, yo, this guy's incompetent. It's like, yo, we need to hold this guy's hand every step, because the last thing we want is him falling, and that's the only thing that people will talk about, especially the right. But anyways, what do you think about Joe Biden, man? Apart from him being the leader, what do you think? Do you think he's mentally fit and physically fit to be in that White House?
I mean, for the past couple of videos, he doesn't seem like it.
No, it doesn't seem like it. Do you think he is fit?
I mean, I don't know him personally, so I can't tell you.
Alright, if you've seen a video of somebody, like 4-7 times video of somebody reading a script and forgetting to know when to stop, and actually reading the script and say pause, and video of somebody saying, oh, when I was a vice president, all these sort of videos, you see somebody fucking up this bad, would you still say, oh, I think is not fit, or would you say he's not fit, like a bold one is not fit to be in the office?
You see, he's old, so we have to keep that in mind.
Age old. He's not old.
He is old.
There's a lot of people his age still putting in work like that.
Who?
How old is what's his name? Warren Buffett.
80 something.
No, he's older than Joe Biden. He's like going to 90 something, bro.
Okay, but Warren Buffett doesn't have to make public meetings and speeches.
He goes to speech. He goes on a podcast. He talks the thing. He goes on events and give a speech.
I'm sure he does, but you can't compare two people, bro. Come on.
No, if you're saying age, then, bro, you should know what you're saying, bro. Because if you're running for president, to be a president of the United States, you have to know, okay, this will involve me going back to back in a private jet.
I know.
This will involve me going to a rally and talking to the 300 million of people in the country. This will involve me signing off letters and talking to foreign ministers and talking to people, different places, different country, different language. Yo, you have to know all the facts. It's a big job. It's one of the most important jobs in the world right now as we speak. Because every mistake, Russia could be on your ass and bombing the shit out of every single person in the world. And if you go in there and you're falling asleep on the stage and you're trying to sit down on this clearly not chair, you walked up top on that stage and you walk on top of the stage. You seen there was no chair at all. It's like me walking there and thinking there's a chair. I'm like, yo, did somebody remove it, bro? Like did somebody remove it? Because I seen a chair. You be like, yo, bro, what's wrong with you? Go sleep. Cool. So, I think this guy is mentally and physically not fit for this job. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. He's not.
He's not?
Yeah, but good thing elections are here, so let America decide.
Nah, we'll see. We gotta put Trump in.
This is not an endorsement for Trump, so.
Yes.
No, it's not.
If I endorse Trump, man, I will get him elected straight away. I just want you guys to have like a little fun running around, because I'm just gonna endorse him. November 1st, I'm gonna endorse Trump. And the next few days, November 5th, he'll be the president, or whatever day that they're gonna elect.
Well, I think it's too late for that.
Isn't it too late?
He's going to jail, mate.
Do you actually think Donald Trump will go to jail?
Bro, he is going to jail now.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
There will be no way that thing.
They found him guilty.
On what case? What case? What's the case?
I don't remember.
You don't even know, and the person doing it doesn't even know as well. I don't even know as well.
Yeah, I know.
What was his case? He paid off a porn star. Okay, cool. I think a lot of people in America, and not just in America, pay off porn stars. That could be physically, and that could be online. People pay off a porn star. Cool. You know, people do it.
I mean, I don't even know.
That's crazy.
Because.
Go on.
No, sorry.
It won't. If he goes to jail, then everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked. I say everyone's fucked. If he goes to jail, because Russia will invade. Russia will do the thing. Cool. And if we get another 4 years with Joe Biden or some overfucked Democrat doing some other shit, then everybody's fucked.
I think, you know who I would have thought to be the next leader of US? Ron.
The father guy, yeah.
Ron DeSantis. Not Trump, not Joe Biden, but Ron DeSantis. I think he is.
I don't think he's ready for it.
I think he'd be really good at it.
I think it will be better than Joe Biden, for sure. I think any fucker will be better than Joe Biden. Just don't fall asleep when somebody's talking, and don't say you was a vice president before. Don't say any of these fuckers. Just be normal, yeah. You'll be better than Joe Biden. Cool. I think any fucker will be better than Joe Biden. That's what I think.
Yeah, well, bro, we can't just. I know for us, there's only so many moments to judge a leader.
Yeah,
you know, whenever they make a public appearance, whenever they give a speech, but there's so many things going on behind that job. Okay, you know, what? The policies you make. Okay, no, I'm not commenting on them, but all I'm saying is.
Okay, well, how would you judge a leader on his parents? How would you judge a leader? You know,
what
just
do you
tell
mean?
me, if one person walks in there and you walks out and you said that guy's a leader, why would you say that? What would be 5 things that guy would do? Meaning speaking,
they should connect to their people. They should have a sense. You know what makes a good leadership?
No, just carry on your list.
I'm not asking you. It's a rhetorics. You know what makes a good leadership? A person who brings out the best out of everyone. A leader should be able to, you know, pick out people for their best abilities and should be able to push them towards it and should be able to bring out the best in you, should inspire you to be the best version of yourself.
All right, let me pose my question to you again. How do you judge a leader?
I just told you.
You said 2 things.
Yeah, those are the only 2 things for me.
2 things. They should be able to
connect and get the best out of people and inspire people.
Alright, so 3 things.
Yeah.
So now let me ask you, have you seen Joe Biden connect with people, get the best out of people?
I mean, I haven't lived in the US.
No. When you watch his video, of course, we both have not lived in the US. When he's giving a press conference, yeah, does he connect with you? Do you feel connected with all the pauses and the script? And he's like, oh shit, man, fuck, I can't read that properly, fuck.
Not necessarily,
He doesn't
no.
connect. Cool. Does he inspire you to go and work 10 more hours?
No.
No, cool. Does he get the best out of you. When you watch that video, you're like, nah, fuck it, bro. I have to go out.
Well, he's not my president.
I'm saying, bro, come on, bro. We watch all these gurus, entrepreneurs we've never met before, and we feel connected when we watch Alex Omozi, bro. He's giving his speech. All these guys, we've never met them, but the way they give speech, they look very competent. They know what they're talking about, and they get you moving.
True.
No matter how the edit was like.
True.
They get you moving because they know how to talk.
True.
Cool. And those guys are doing fuck all compared to being a president of the United States.
True.
Now, if that guy is not getting you moving, is not doing the things that you say, that means he's not a proper leader. Cool?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if I was to play Joe Biden for 1 hour, I'll fall asleep. Cool? Because there will be no jokes. Because this guy will be giving him a speech, yeah? Then in the middle of the speech, he'll be like, never mind anyway. Anyway. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I was just enjoying that. What you mean anyway? You know? Or he'll be giving a speech, he's like, oh yeah, my brother, he got eaten by cannibals. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, that just took me out surprised. Who got eaten by what? Who? What?
Hunter? No.
His uncle. Is it
His uncle. It was his uncle.
Got eaten by what? Cannibals.
Animals.
Animals in Africa. I'm like,
yeah.
Yo, bro, back it up. Where's the facts, bro? You know? Or he goes out there and sniff little kids. You see kids there. He's like,
oh, that is creepy.
Yo, why do you need all your kids?
That is creepy.
Guys, line the kids up. Line the kids up. Bro, obviously the parents are very excited, so they line the kids up. And he goes in the middle and take a picture.
Yeah.
He's sniffing kids' hair and touching their hair. He's like, yeah, I like kids. I like kids better than human. You can find this video on Twitter or anywhere. You can find this video. Bro, when you see that, you're like, yo, what the fuck? What's going on? Who's this? Why is this guy coming here? Sniffing my little girls up? All this sort of stuff. And I don't think he connects. He doesn't do the best.
Yeah, well.
And that's what I think.
But I think, like,
if we were to
US has had a lot of old white men. And it's kind of sad that most countries have just 2 old men, or, you know, 3 old men to choose from as their leaders.
I think if you watch K-Star, man, you'll put 2 words together. If you watch Nigel Farage, they'll put 2 words together and finish a sentence.
Yeah.
If you was to watch Donald Trump, he'll put more than 5 words together and make a joke and make you laugh and put things together. But if it was Joe Biden, I don't know, bro. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know, bro. Because when he comes in, it's very exciting. He'll put a lot of words. But at the very end, it's like, you're sleepy, bro. It's like, yo.
Sleepy Joes.
That's what they call him. Yo, you're sleepy, bro. It's like, yo, wake up.
No, I get you. I get you.
Like, bro. And that's why if we have another 4 years of Joe Biden, Russia will fuck us up. Because Russia said Joe Biden is predictable.
Why
No, listen. If another big leader says your leader is predictable, guess what? He's winning the chess game. He's already won. He's killed your king and killed your queen and took all your thing, and you're still thinking you're still playing. You're done. You're predictable, bro. He knows your move. That's, you know what, the reason why I'm obsessed with like US and
yeah, you just said we are fucked and, you know, like we're living there.
Alright, let me tell you why we're fucked, yeah. Because
NATO and UK.
Exactly. If we were in India, I'd be okay.
Nah, it
India
would be.
tends to not get involved in silly stuff, right? Which I respect for them. They don't just be like, hey, there's beef there, let's go eat as well. You know? They're like, yo, let them eat, man. Whatever's left, maybe we'll have a plate, whatever. Cool. Now, just listen. If
we don't eat beef. Just saying.
Yeah, I know you don't eat cow and stuff, which is, you guys are missing out, to be fair. But the reason why we are fucked, because if Russia and China and Iran, guess what these guys say? Especially Iran, those guys wake up every morning and be like, death to America. They wake up every morning and be like, death to America. I've not seen about China. I've not heard about China, but I'm sure China as well thinks, yo, fuck America.
But not really that to America.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're like, yo, fuck America.
They don't really care about America.
Yeah, no,
as long as I think.
fuck, but they're obviously America's seeing them as a big enemy.
Have you Have you ever seen that video where like a British guy or a British minister is asking a Chinese official that, you see us as a threat or we see you as a threat, and then the Chinese official goes like, bro, we're not in the same ballpark, we don't see you at all, like you're just existing for us, so don't even try. Literally, like, and I was like, that is so true, like. And the fact that Britain used to be their oppressor, Britain used to be their colonizer, and China used to be their colony.
Yeah, exactly. But now the table's turned there, like
180.
Yeah,
literally.
Now, the reason why I say we are fucked, even though we're in the UK, because UK will have no choice but to join.
True.
Cool. They have no choice but to send the people, because UK, guess what? Who's the daddy? It's US.
Bro, that's why there was so many talks about, there's going to be, deployment, and they're going to ask people, that wave of like all British people, all the people in the UK is fearing that shit, everybody's going to be called. It's because of NATO. It's because of Ukraine war. It's not, bro, Rishi Sunak doesn't care if you're going to the army or not. He's not the one asking you. It's US.
They need more. They don't have as many numbers as what Ukraine has. And if
Russia
has. And China has a lot. Those guys have a lot. And if they get together, and Iran somehow, somewhere, they have a lot of shit too. I keep underestimating Iran, but they have a lot.
Iran is big.
Cool. If those guys get together, guess what? Small countries like UK, bro, we won't exist, bro. They'll bomb this island one time, we'll be down. Everybody will have to swim to Dublin. Cool.
Not really.
I don't know, swim to France, swim to Belgium, whatever. That's what I say.
Where do you think the Middle East is going to be in all this? Like Saudi?
Guess what? They'll be
nowhere. I don't think they're gonna take part.
They have to take part.
No, they don't have to do anything.
They'll go to US because they are US allies as well.
Saudi?
Yeah.
Really?
With oil trading, bro.
Oh yeah.
They do all the oil to
So
US.
Saudi and UAE.
Ukraine, Israel. They have to go to US too, because look at what US is doing for them. So it's gonna be a war, bro. Everyone, Kenya would have to come, because Kenya is the same too. South Africa, all these African countries would have to pick which most.
Who is Congo? Is it
most likely to go with China, which is Ukraine?
Russia?
Russia, China and Ukraine. Yeah.
How? I thought Congo was a US ally.
No, because US does not help them as much as China does now. US actually fucks them up. Like this Cobra stuff. US disapprove it. You know that, right?
It was.
The thing was it came up in court in US.
And US. Yeah.
It's okay.
US, the verdict was against.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So. Imagine somebody's killing somebody, yeah? And US is like, nah, he didn't kill it, it's okay.
Nah, it said it's not their fault.
Exactly.
It's your fault.
Exactly, bro. Imagine being raped, bro, by a big guy raped you, bro, and you go to the court and they're like, nah, it's your fault, it's okay. You too beautiful, it's your fault. You have too many good stuff, it's your fault. No, bro. Yo, it's not your fault. Come on. Put that guy in jail. But yeah, cool. Let's move to the next story here. Interesting one from the top G himself. Donald Trump says he will declassify the files on 9/11, JFK, and Jeffrey Epstein if he's elected as a president. All conspiracy will be proven. Nothing can stop what's coming. What do you think about this, and how do you think the Democrats will react to this, because they want nothing to be declassified?
Ooh, spicy. I think if 9/11.
I would want to know.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Ooh, I would want to know. I want to know everything.
People are like the Epstein list. Oh my god.
I want to know everything.
But wasn't Donald Trump a friend of Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, I want to know that too. He was a friend, but he never went to the island. But I want to know what he did.
But like, he used to go to his apartment in New York a lot of times, and
I want to know.
And he has made a lot of comments about how they liked it young or whatever.
I want to know.
So, but for him to come out and say that means either he's in the clear or he's hoping that because he did something good, people are willing to forgive.
No, I think the reason why I'd wanna do it is that maybe he didn't do as much as bad as other people did.
Exactly.
Cool, because he didn't go to the island like fucking all these big guys that have their job right now went to. Cool, all these guys like what's his name, Bill Gates and.
Yeah.
There's so many, man. There's so many lists, bro.
Naomi Campbell.
There's so many, bro.
Yeah.
And I think if we get to know the truth, I think everybody will know, like, yo, fuck, like, fuck the guys that go out there in TV and
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton, all these guys. It's gonna be very interesting because I want to know who actually did the 9/11. Did they kill the wrong person, bro? Imagine, bro.
Why is there so many conspiracy around 9/11?
What if it was a European country that did it?
Why would a European country do?
France, UK.
But what could be the goal? What could be the motive behind them?
I don't know.
They didn't gain nothing.
I don't know. You never know, right? You never know.
No, bro. There's always a motive, though.
There's always what if it happened? What if it did? What if it happened? What if it didn't? What if?
Not really. Your what if comes from motive.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see which like how many people are in that file, and who did what and what actually happened, and how did Epstein even died? Because I want to know.
Did he die? I mean, exactly. I know people say he died, but where's the body?
Where's the body?
What happened?
Oh! Apparently there was a camera in that place that it was in, but somehow the camera just didn't work that day. Oh man.
Okay, too dramatic.
No, I would actually want to know because, bro, you don't have a CCTV and the person shoots himself. The day he shoots himself, the day has this big ass list of everybody that's famous. He shoots himself in the head and there's nobody and the camera didn't work that day. It's like, yo, shit.
I think
it's like your mom sending you to a shop, yeah. Tells you, gives you £5. Hey, go buy me cassava leaves, and you go to Asda to buy cassava leaves. You come back with no money, and you tell the Asda doesn't exist. They moved it yesterday. You just seen it. Oh no. It was raining as well, but your shirt is dry and you didn't have an umbrella. Your mom's most likely to be like, yo, do you think I'm stupid, bro? Like, yeah. I've been here longer than you. You're telling me all this Asda does not exist. But I walked past it when I came here to send you. It's like, bro. Oh man.
But do you think he's actually gonna declassify, or is he just saying it?
I think he would, because he has nothing to lose. I mean, it's the last year. It's his last term. Whatever the fuck he does. I think it'll be cool. It's gonna restore freedom of a press as well, because nobody could talk shit about these things. FBI, imagine FBI getting involved of somebody's island. Why do you even care, bro? Why do you even care? Why do you wanna hide it? If you and I did some fuck up shit in this room, right? Cool. And let's say they found you laying down on the floor with blood, and I ran away. Cool. They're probably gonna get fingerprints here. Journalism gonna be here. BBC will probably report it. Manchester New Evening will probably report it. All these things. Police will have that thing around and be like, "Hey, don't go in unless you have the press." The thing. Cool. Because it's a normal case. But why would they hide so much on this side? Ooh, maybe there's something big that's hidden. Maybe these FBI's and big guys that went to it, they don't want you to know. And yeah, that's what it means, man. Let's find out what else he said he's gonna declassify.
9/11, Jeffrey Epstein, and JFK. Oh, JFK.
JFK will be very, very interesting to know which person at that park did it. And was it planned? Why did the FBI get involved to solve it? Then before even solving the case, they came out and put some guy in prison. Was it actually that guy? Because for an investigation of that serious investigation, it should take at least good measurement to find somebody who did it and proof of that he did it.
And the proof should be,
Very solid.
in public eye.
Exactly.
Because it was their president, yeah.
Their president, every single citizen that voted the other way up to him has to know why this person was taken broad daylight in a nice sunny day. You know? I think people need to know that.
You think, okay, so for him to declassify and for him to say that, oh, I'm going to declassify, that means there's some teeth to the story.
They have to be. I think
And
he knows it. And he thinks everybody will be like, yo, fuck Democrats. If they are part of it. Because Epstein, Jeffrey S. Epstein is definitely them Democrats. Bill Clinton, all these guys. Oh, it's definitely them. Cool. And JFK is probably just them. What else did they say? 9/11. Who? Imagine if it's them as well. But I don't think it will be, because that's damaging the country. They are damaging the country anyway. So they'll probably imagine if it's actually them.
I don't think so.
Oh man, all the Democrats will be like, why? You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Well,
yeah,
it's for the curious people to vote him in. And,
I think it's a good marketing.
Yeah, it's a really good
Because
marketing.
once you're in, who the fuck cares what you do?
Exactly.
Once you're in. Like Joe Biden, bro. Like, oh, you're in. Cool.
All the
Like,
things
you
he
can sleep
said.
now. It's alright. All
Yeah.
things he said, like,
Out in the air.
Migration, like, yo, forget that, bro. I sleep. I wake up at 9 o'clock. I walk my dog, and I start working whenever I want. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is the BS podcast. If you think this podcast gave you some value, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share it to a friend. Episode 2, and we're signing out. Is your host Baraka
And Shivangi.